We've got Ruby all ready for a self-care night too. Hey, are you gonna do a little twirl? Are you gonna croissant? There you go. Good girl. You know your tricks. Good evening, guys. I'm doing a little self-care night. Went for my hot girl walk, took a shower, everything is shaved, everything is exfoliated and oiled. Originally, I wanted to do one of these videos on its own, which is the whole point of this video, but in combination with my self-care night, I thought it would be fun to merge them together. So I'm gonna go through the 29 lessons I have learned in my 29 years of life while I do my self-care. So I wrote them all down in my notes, and there's probably so much more, but these are the ones that stuck out the most. So I have my tea, I'm gonna start my skin routine and put on a face mask. So the first lesson I have learned, oh my God, that smells so freaking good. Well, not the first, but the first one I wrote down. You don't have to have everything figured out in your 20s. Thinking that you should be somewhere further along in your 20s is such a waste of time. I honestly feel like our 20s are designed to figure out what we want to do, who we want to be with, who we want to be, what our purpose is. I know I wasted a lot of time thinking I should be somewhere further along. The second lesson I have written down, if someone doesn't love themselves, they can't love you. I mean, I feel like that's pretty straightforward. How are they supposed to care for you if they don't care for themselves? The way that they show up for you is so different than if they didn't love themselves. Also pause, I got two. They're the Dr. Jart sheet masks. One of them is brightening, one of them is hydrating. Probably could have just gone for, oh, it's like weirdly creamy inside. How long do I have to leave it on for? 20 minutes! I have to talk for 20 minutes with this thing on? Okay, well, we'll keep going. The third lesson I have is to trust your gut. People say this all the time and people think that they do trust their gut, but I have been there where I have not trusted my gut because my anxiety was too high. And when my anxiety was too high, it was screaming and my intuition was whispering. The fourth thing, it is not your responsibility to fix people. Especially as a woman, we are very nurturing. We want to believe the best in people. We see so much potential, and that's just not our job. Take that energy, put it into yourself. Okay, I don't know why there's like a plastic piece attached to this. Am I supposed to take that off? I have to talk like this the whole time? Where is it? Why is that even on there? All right, well, I'm gonna look a little scary for a while. I'm gonna keep going. Number 5, oh my God, whatever, guys. Sometimes your losses set you free. It can sometimes feel like the things that you're losing are awful and so sad as soon as you lose something that at one point was so meaningful to you. If it wasn't meant for you, it will set you free. You will have so much peace. You will feel so much freedom. You will one day learn why that thing didn't work out for you. I look like a burn victim right now. Like, how come they don't give enough around the eyes? What are the eye shapes? They're like, number 6 is not all positive changes will feel positive at first. You can make a positive change in your life and at first it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. Slowly over time, it will start to feel more positive and you'll see the positive effects that that decision had on your life. Number 7, stick to a self-care routine. Look at that. I have always done my skincare. I have always had it like some form of a night routine and a morning routine. It gives me something to come back on where I can be with myself again. And number 8, I can do a whole other video on this. Manifestation and visualization work. Once I started actually manifesting things I wanted in my life and visualizing them so deeply and believing they were already mine, things started to change. Number 9, be grateful for what you have now. If you're not grateful for what you have now and you're always in the I need that over there, I need that over there, you're in the scarcity mindset. You're not in receiving mode, you're in like desperation mode and nothing that you desire will come to you. I love number 10 and I used to hate number 10. Growth is on the other side of your comfort zone. That is the most true statement I've ever learned. You either have the discomfort of staying where you are or the discomfort of change. You won't grow and you won't change as a person unless you feel uncomfortable. Okay. Number 11, this one's for the girlies. Plan your life around your cycle. Because that stuff used to confuse me so much. I'd have some event or some family thing to do. And I would be like, why the fuck can't I talk to these people? Why do I feel like I just want to go home? Why am I so tired? Why am I eating so much? So the weeks that I know I'm in my luteal, I won't do anything. I will save my energy for follicular or ovulation when things are like really high energy and like we're feeling really good and our skin is glowing. Just be gentle on yourself. We go through a lot in a month. Okay, number 12, and I don't even think it's like a belief, it's just like an actual fact, is that everything is energy and everything is frequency. It's no different than when someone's like just all pissed off and grumpy and they just have like the worst vibe. That is their frequency. They're probably gonna have the worst day just because that's what is being attracted to them. Just like try to flip the switch, even if you have to fake it. Number 13, you are more emotionally capable than you think. Emotions come in waves. The wave comes and then you ride it and then it goes away. The scariest part of all of it is thinking that you won't be able to handle it. You'd be surprised at what you can actually handle and how your body helps you. It's like 7:05 p.m. and I'm just totally winding down right now. Okay, number 14, if you're unhappy with something, you're allowed to walk away. I have been stuck in jobs where I'm like, no, I have to have this job. Like they're gonna be so mad if I quit, or I have to be in this relationship. They're gonna be so heartbroken if I leave. Why are you prioritizing someone else's feelings over your own? 15, you train people how to treat you. If you are that person that just lets other people walk all over you, they're gonna know that that's just what you accept. Number 16, we all know how the girlies love when words and actions align. Words without action or follow through is manipulation. Plain and simple. Number 17 makes me like actually emotional. Your parents are people. It's their first time doing life too. It is their first time being 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or whatever. They're still learning. Okay, for 18, I put don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. The only person you can compare yourself to is your past self. Number 19, rejection is redirection. Rejection doesn't mean failure. That just wasn't meant for me and something else is coming, or I'll just go this way instead. I didn't know I was gonna yap like this about each and every little point. Okay, number 20. Just because you can explain or understand someone's behavior does not mean you need to accept it. You can understand it and be like, okay, that makes sense, and not have that person in your life anymore. You can understand it, but you don't have to accept it. Ooh, I love 21. If you bet on yourself and take risks, the universe will reward you. The uni literally loves when we're like, I'm just gonna do it. And most of the time, if you bet on yourself, you will win. Okay, number 22. Reading self-development books has changed my life in such a positive way. I'm like a changed person from some of these books. Number 23. Stop rushing to the finish line. Enjoy the journey. We all hear like, be present in the moment. How many of us are actually present? Like, am I even present right now? Number 24. Sorry to say it. Understand and heal your childhood wounds. You will have so much more compassion and empathy for who you are deep in your core, like your inner self, your inner child. Okay, we're powering through. I'm gonna have to take this mask off soon. It's like totally drying off. 25, have a plan. I love to plan. I love making plans. I'm a plan girl. But I mean like in life. It's called Life GPS. You don't just get in your car, going to an appointment, never been there before. You don't just like drive there and hope that you find it. You put it in your freaking Google Maps and you're like, okay, that's where we're going. It's probably been like 20 minutes. This feels amazing. Number 26, don't expect you from others. They have a different life. They have a different perception of who they are, or they have a different perception of reality. Other people's reactions and behavior is just a reflection of their consciousness. You can't change that. That's not up to you. So why are you expecting people to be like you? 27 is don't engage in low vibrational activities. If it doesn't fill your soul and it doesn't make you happy and you feel a little bit more empty after doing it, even if it's like a low vibrational person and you feel like, oh my God, you're so drained after, I've just learned to cut it out. Number 28 is learn the circle of control, or like a circle with what you can control, and then the things outside of it are what you can't control. If you're thinking every day, like, I need to control this, your brain will literally fucking explode. You will feel crazy. You will feel so responsible for so much. There will be so much on your plate. Okay, my last lesson, certainly not like the least important, was to set boundaries. Don't accept BS. Be a bad bitch. Set the standard of what comes into your life, who's allowed to come into your life, what they're allowed to say to you. They won't know unless you set that boundary. That actually timed out perfectly. That was 29 lessons and a full self-care routine. I have learned a lot in my 29 years of life, and I know there's so many more lessons to come. They just keep coming. They just don't stop. But I'm feeling amazing. My skin feels amazing. I'm gonna go put all this stuff away and probably crawl into bed and read a book. Love you guys.